Oh, speaking of Biagio, let's get right to it, man. Let's talk about Juve, who lost,
Oh, yeah.
fired their coach, and appointed Andrea Pirlo. As a,
Hold on, let me get my posture right. Pirlo's a real classy guy. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
he deserves your respect.
Mm-hmm. Let me
It's
take my
about
laptop.
damn time you gave it to him.
Pirlo is a monster, man. What do you think about him being the coach, though? To be honest with you,
First of all,
Wasn't
nice analysis.
he was the
That was
youth
a
coach.
monster, man. Dude, honestly, as a coach, I don't know because I don't. He's never coached before. He got signed like to coach their B team like
Yeah,
10
yeah, yeah.
like they literally signed him. I think it was to coach their third team 10 days ago, and then they got knocked out of the Champions League and fired their coach, and then they announced that he was going to coach their first team.
They just want Pirlo there. I mean, because he's a legend.
But I don't know if he's been doing like the Pep shit. But like if you remember before Pep got moved up to Barcelona's A team, he
Yeah.
won the third division with the B team.
Yeah, not. I mean, Pirlo hasn't really been a coach, so it's mostly based off of like his mind, per se,
Yeah.
like his just soccer mind. So
Well, as far as somebody who like thinks the game, there's no denying that Pirlo is in the absolute highest echelon of
yeah,
players
no
who
doubt.
understand
No
the game and are cerebral.
I mean, but the question is like, is he gonna be like Zidane, or do we think he's kind of just gonna flame out after like a year or so?
Well, only time will tell. I think what often is the problem with players like that who operate at such a high cerebral plane is
Yeah.
because they often have a problem like expressing what they're seeing to the players and helping the players like see things the way they do. And they also, in multiple sports, not just soccer, but like not only they have a problem like telling the players like what they're seeing, but they also have unrealistic expectations for how the unit should function as a whole. Thinking more of like in a utopian sense. If everyone does their part exactly perfect, then this system that I devised is going to be awesome. But
I mean,
often players don't, or these coaches don't account for like human error, that they're like differing levels of footballing intelligence throughout the roster. They're not like, you may not have all players that can play on the ball and play one touch and like shoehorning them into your like ideal soccer system the way that Pep does might not be the best fit. Sometimes you can't play like the perfect iteration of soccer.
Of course.
Make
I mean, so for us, we think just because like Pirlo, is like one of the classiest, more chill, no pressure doesn't get to him type of player. His system may be different. Like Zidane's system is ugly. It's not pretty soccer.
Yeah. But I'll give credit to Zidane where credit is due. Zidane adapts his system to the coaches that he has on his roster.
And the players, yeah.
Or to the players that he has on his roster. You know what I mean? So if you gave him a different group of players, you probably won't see the same system.
Like see it differently. Maybe.
As opposed to Guardiola or the current coach of Barcelona, Quique Setién.
We'll see. Well, so far he said the right things. He said Ronaldo's definitely going to stay. Like he said, he's going to like start everything.
What are you going to do? Yeah. The first thing you say, well, we're going to get Cristiano Ronaldo the fuck up out of here.
But there was a lot of talks like that Ronaldo was going to leave at the end of the season. Like he was going to go to like PSG or go somewhere else.
Why the fuck would he want to go to PSG?
Dude, I don't know. But PSG, Ronaldo, Mbappe, and Neymar would be one of the nastiest front threes in the history of soccer.
Bro, I feel like they'd both just like – I feel like they'd all just start hating each other.
Nah, Ronaldo don't be hating nobody.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
You don't think Neymar would hate Ronaldo?
I don't think Ronaldo is actually like he seems like a dick on the field, but he's really like a great teammate and like hella nice. No teammate has said anything bad about him. You can look it up. Everybody says he's like
That's not true at all. When he first signed Manchester United, they had nothing but bad shit to say to him. Fucking Paul Scholes had to take his ass out like behind the train facility at like the beginning when he started there. It was like, yo, you see that pole all the way over there at the other side of the field? He's like, cross the shit from here and hit that pole. And Ronaldo couldn't do the shit. He missed it by like 30 yards. And then Paul Scholes just one time dings the pole from like 70 yards out. And he's like, shut the fuck up. You're not that good.
That's when he was a kid, though. He's a lot more grown now, dude. He humbled him. Scholes is a good dude to go after. Like, everybody likes Scholes, too. So, I mean, now, honestly, nobody ever says that about him. I bet he would be nice over there.
Well, also, why would you say something that, like, he's the second best player in the world? He's one of the 5 best players in history. Like, a good way for you to get sold off your team is to, like, publicly come out against Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hey, bro, people talk about LeBron all the fucking time. He's the second best player in the world. And of all time.
His teammates, dude. Remember the last teammate who talked shit about LeBron?
Kevin Love?
No, Isaiah Thomas.
Kyrie?
No, Isaiah Thomas.
It was Kyrie, too.
And they got rid of his ass.
Kevin Love was talking shit, too. Bosh was talking shit, too.
Wait a minute. Kevin Love wasn't talking shit. LeBron was talking shit to Kevin Love. Talking about, you gotta fit out. Stop trying to fit in, but fit out. But like, be here next to me. But
he wasn't rocking with him. He won't rock it with him.
Huh?
He wasn't rocking with him. But look, let's not go into basketball yet. Just saying. I was just saying. Pirlo said we're gonna start everything around Ronaldo, and we'll see where we need to sign.
Is he gonna be playing forward? Center forward?
Didn't they? Who was the person they swapped for? Because they gave away Garrett to Barcelona for.
They got Arthur.
Arthur, okay. Not bad. Arthur's good. Barcelona really ruined his life.
Bro, after we did that fuck shit to him, he just went back to Brazil.
Did he?
Yeah, after we sold him to Juve, like basically against his consent and forced him out. We had a game the next day, and he said, I'm not going to play. And then he was supposed to go to train the next day, and they're like, where's Arthur? And so it was like, oh, yeah, he went back to Brazil.
Oh, my God, dude. That's awesome.
He's like, fuck you guys. You're not going to play me? Like, I'm out.
Holy shit. But he's at Juve now, right? Or am I tripping?
Brazil still, but yeah, he's at Juve.
He's supposed to go to Juve like when the season starts.
For them at the start of next season.
I think he'll do well over there, man.
I think he will too. The only problem I have with Arthur is that there's 2 problems. The first of all is that he's not the best like pressing defensively. Like when he's back, he fouls too much and he's a little bit slow-footed. The second is that like even though I like the metronome effect that he can have on a game, where like similar to Xavi, where it seems like everything runs through him and he's the heartbeat. Too often he does that and doesn't progress the ball forward into the final third and ends up passing the ball around the outside backs and the center backs and the other center midfielders. Yeah. Like all that recycling of possession is nice, and it like makes a move on defense. But you don't want to be like Frank Rijkaard's Barcelona the last year he was here, and you have 68% possession every game, and you have
that was my least favorite Barca team. Those teams.
That's when we finished 3rd in the league behind Villarreal.
It was trash. Like I was like, oh, possession, who cares? Score a fucking goal. Like, what are y'all doing?
Also, if you have the ball 70% of the game and you're losing games, like you fucking suck on defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, this is all I gotta say. It as far as like the center mid position goes, there's not a lot of competition over there. So he should be fine. Like he should get his playing time in. So we'll get to see. We'll get to see how he's gonna be. So Serie A is not as hard as Spain. So we'll see. Like it's gonna be a little. He can get acclimated way easier there.
Yep.
He'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine, especially as Pirlo is a coach who played the same position as him.
Yeah. I mean, a similar position. He's not a defensive mid. He's more attacking.
No, he's not. He's not attacking mid.
He's defensive mid?
No, he's not. I wouldn't say a defensive mid, but he's more of like a deep line playmaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's best like connecting the defense to the attack. You know what I mean? He's not really connecting the midfield to the forwards.
Okay. Hey, well, you would know. I ain't really see him that much.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.